to Tal'dorei Monday Hotel Group. My name's Becca. I'll be DMing this bunch of misfits through wherever they end up. Who the hell knows at this point? And I will let the rest of them introduce themselves from the bottom of Discord chat to the top of Discord chat.
Hi, my name's Catherine. I play a character called Clove, a Philbog cleric, light domain.
Hello, I'm Ross. I'm playing Flynn, the Arsamar Celestial Warlock.
Sam. I'm playing Jerry, the human rogue.
I'm Dom. I'm playing Val, the Asamar Paladin.
And I'm Django, and I'm playing Alba, the Goliath monk.
Yep, so that's the team, and tonight we are having our recap done by Flynn, or his player at least.
Yes. Okay. Everyone but Flynn and Alba went to a nice tea shop, bought some lovely teas. I think it was lemon and lavender, one that tasted like chocolate, and another one, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Clove came.
Yeah, it was Clove, Val, and Jerry at the tea shop while they were buying teas and having a nice time. Alba went back to Miss Newman's office to discuss stuff about his past and his feelings of responsibility, which she assured him that people grow out of their phases, and phases is the wrong word, but stuff. And Flynn was having fun with a half orc and a half elf guard. And after everyone had reconvened, there was a nice picnic outside, which Clove then thought to go involve Flynn in. And she gathered Flynn from his bedroom with company to go have a nice picnic outside and discuss what we were going to do about this drow woman who's been plaguing us. So we went off to find that woman. We went to what was it called? We went to the Scholars Ward and decided to go down to the sewers to look for this woman because she was spotted there. And after clearing one floor, we found a ghost woman who was trapped there by some holy symbol. Spirit. We went down another set of ladder stairs things to a mushroom-filled room which shouldn't have been there. And after failing to get a door down at the end of the corridor or cavern, we finally got it down, and there were skeletons waiting for us on the other side. And that's where we left off.
Yes, it is, and that is where we shall begin. So, can we all give me a moment? I'm pressing the wrong button. Let me clear the turn thingy, and you can all roll initiative again.
Are we re-rolling?
Oh, was that the... Yep, because we rolled initiative and then I went... That's where I call it, because I'm an idiot.
I rolled dog, so I'm happy to re-roll.
I think I rolled a nat 20.
So, you can re-roll and either keep your roll from last week, so change it, or you can have your new one. I'll let you do it either way.
I'll take the new one, considering it was a natural 20.
I'll take the old one.
I'll take the old one, which was 15.
I will. Yeah, I'll take the old one. Fair. Can't
How many spells have I done?
add a turn.
I think I have one spell slot left, haven't I?
I believe so.
I can't remember.
I'm glad I said I'd keep the old one because I had to roll so that I couldn't put a new entry in, and I rolled even worse than last time. I'll stick with my 9.
Yeah, 21.
9.
Perfect. So is that everyone back in the list? Have you all got your appropriate ones? Have you changed it?
Oh, how do I change it? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Big done. There we go.
Jerry, I assume you're changing yours. Yep, there we go.
There it is.
So I think that's us. So Jerry, you are starting.
All right. I've got to remember how to rogue real quick.
Too much time as a barbarian, huh?
So I'm just gonna rush straight in there. What's the distance on that? I'm sure I can reach it, but I just wanted to check. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my full movement, get over there. Just get in close and just get a hit on them.
Cool. A 19 hits.
11, and that's my turn.
Okay. Flynn, your turn.
Right. I will run in the room if I can measure distances. Yeah. I'll run up to this boy here,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll run 5 feet back from this boy and cast Eldritch Blast at him,
Okie dokie.
aiming for the kneecaps, because why not?
Yep,
20.
that hits.
Okay. Is that doubled? Is that 2?
No, that was a 2 you rolled, so that is 2, 4, 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice. Yep, no one's looking injured, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. So now it is this dude's turn. And
Yeah.
having just been attacked by the warlock, chucking an Eldritch Blast at him, believing his friend can deal with the other dude, he is going to lob some acid at you. So he'll pick up this vial from behind him and just chuck it in your direction.
Really?
So that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take 4 acid damage.
Okay. There we go. Cool.
And then he will pick up another one from behind him and actually chuck it. He looks like he's going to chuck it at you, but instead it goes behind you, and he's going to aim it at Val.
Can I flare my wings and try and block it, or is that not a thing?
I would say that's not a thing.
Okay.
I appreciate the sense.
22 to hit.
Ooh, yeah.
So 8 acid damage for you.
Nice.
Okay. And on that note, it's your turn.
My character sheet is. Oh no, I got it. Cool.
Roll
8,
20's being a little slow today.
Yeah, 8 damage. And I'm gonna move in to that guy, and hit him with my greatsword.
Awesome. A 9 does not hit.
Okay, cool. He's gonna just move around. Hang on, how much movement did I use? 10 feet. So I'm gonna move around to here. Just move around.
Oh, I think my roll 20's just died. Yeah, let me log back in. I'll be right back.
Sorry.
DM technical difficulties. Awesome. I can't freaking DM if I can't see the map.
I mean, you've done it before.
I have.
I was there.
I have done it before, but you weren't in the middle of a fight before. I could have walked you round the fights I had planned before. Roll 20, why do you do this to me? I've currently got 7 viewers on my Twitch stream just watching me reload Roll 20.
Technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties. If this map doesn't come back up, I'm going to... There it is. We be back.
Be back.
Because Val said he moved, and I was like, your token hasn't moved, what's going on? And then I went, oh no, now it has. Blank screen. Okay.
I'm gonna break roll 20.
We are going to break roll 20. So was that your turn there, Val?
It is. I'm done.
Perfect. Clove, your turn.
Okay. Walk to the entrance. Stroll along in. I think Flynn and Mal have got the handle on the other one. I'm just gonna cast Toll of the Dead on the undead that's
Okay.
Gary's doing. That gives me an advantage.
It's a save of some kind, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Okay, so it rolls a 17. So does that save?
You might see it on the wisdom saving throw. And what's my wisdom saving throw? Yes.
So does it take half damage or no damage?
He takes 1d8 necro.
Is that even if it succeeds?
Yeah. So he either takes 1d12 or 1d8.
No, I think that's depending whether it's been hurt or not. If it's been hurt, it takes 1d12. If it hasn't, it takes 1d8.
We got points at one creature you can see within range and the sound of the bells. The target must use wisdom saving throw or take 1d8 damage. If the target missing any hit points, instead it takes 1d12. Then he doesn't take any damage.
It doesn't take any damage, I'm afraid.
I will then just watch.
Okay. Alvar, it's now your turn.
Okay. Yeah, cantrips are like that. If they make the save, then nothing happens. Sadly.
Yeah.
So that was 20. I hate trying to do multiple moves. Sorry, I'm
If you move it and hit Q, it will lock it in place.
Will it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should do anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
brilliant. I was trying to use shift, and that only does the last one. DM, can you see what I'm drawing out?
I can see what you're drawing
If you
out. I
basically
will
are
allow
standing
it.
on the side, do you think that's okay with 40 feet?
Yep, I will
Okay.
say it is.
So yeah, run into the room, seeing the skeletons. Initially, kind of a little bit aghast because it's like, what the hell are these? I'm going to try and seeing Jerry on his own up there. I'm going to try and flank around it and get on an opening and attack this skeleton.
Okay, roll to attack.
So punchy punch punch.
A 23 hits.
23. 5 bludgeoning damage. And then bonus action, going to make another attack and try and punch its skull clean off. Ooh, natural 20.
Yep, that hits, obviously.
For 9 bludgeoning damage. Just trying to uppercut his jaw off.
7. We double the first dice.
That's right.
Yeah, so 7. Some nice damage there. And now it is his turn. So, being surrounded on either side, he is going to reach out to the guy that's in front of him, so Jerry, and he is going to claw you because he now can't reach his acid behind him because Albar is there.
Aha.
Aha. So that's a natural 20.
Aha.
So you take 3 slashing damage, Jerry, because he rolled a 1 on his damage dice.
Jerry, are you okay?
Actually, I'm not that bad.
And that will be his turn. So we go back to Jerry. This skeleton has just slashed across the front of your jacket. Drew a little bit of blood, but it's more the damage he's done to your jacket that you're upset about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to give an aggressive swing of the rapier.
A 15 hits. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna give him a good slice with the rapier, and then bonus. Is he still standing? Yeah.
He is, only just. He looks like he's about to crumble.
All right. I am gonna disengage, and
Mhm.
make a run so I can give a check on my jacket.
Okay.
I'm gonna run back up here,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Perfect. So Flynn, it's now your turn.
I will do Old Faithful Eldritch Blast against him.
Mhm.
Yep. I'm guessing an 8 doesn't work.
An 8 does not hit, no.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yep, I think that's my turn.
Okay. So it is his turn again. And now he has the same problem. Val is between him and his acid, so he will turn around and he will try and claw Val. I'm fairly sure a 7 doesn't hit.
Thankfully, no.
Perfect. So, Val, it's now your turn.
And I'm gonna return the favor. I hit him back. 20 hit.
Yeah, 20 does hit.
For 11 points damage. I'm gonna stay between him and his acid.
Clove, it's your turn.
Okay. How bad is Jerry looking?
He's not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay. I'm gonna move up to there. And I'm gonna just smack him with my mace.
Which one are you hitting? Because you're in range of both of them just there.
Oh yeah. The one that Val's.
Okay.
Let's see if this works. 10. Does 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Alright, I'll just stand there.
So you go to swing and he just sort of dodges out of the way. You hear the clank of bones as he sort of just ducks down as you hit a little bit wide above his head. Albar, your turn.
Cool. So you said Clove's in range of both of them. Does that mean if I go up a square, I'll still maintain that advantage? I'm going to be a cheeky boy then. I'm going to come up and I will attack again.
Okay.
So 21 to hit
Yep, that hits.
for 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So you punch him in the face and you just watch the side of his skull just crumble and disintegrate and his bones just drop to the floor. He is one dead skeleton.
Okay. In which case then, because I only used 5 feet of movement, can I run over behind the other one down to here and use my bonus action attack against that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come running in, try to tackle him to the ground, essentially.
Okay.
4 bludgeoning damage.
So 22 definitely hits and a 4. Okay. Perfect. Is that your turn?
That'll be my turn.
Okay. So he's dead. Jerry, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna rush in. Bonus action dash if I have to get to there. To try and finish off this last one.
Okay. A 22 hits. Okay. Yeah. How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna yell, "This is for my jacket," and then I'm just gonna try and find a spot to stab him with a rapier, and then just kind of poke him in the side of the head with it.
Okay. So while he's looking at Val preparing another attack, you just dash up to the side of him, barely noticed by him, and you just sort of takes a second. You look up and down. You think, I'm not going to stab him in between the ribs. That's not going to work. Probably not going to do anything if I stab around the stomach. And then you end up going for his head, and the dagger stays in his head, but he crumbles to the ground, just a pile of bones. And you are out of combat.
Ow.
Oh, it's a nice little warm up.
Yes.
Yeah, Jerry, you're missing a button on your jacket there.
Oh, I can't believe this. This was handmade, the finest silks available.
Well, it was only consolation. It was hand removed as well.
That does actually make it feel a little better. Can we take a look at? Can I have a bit of an investigation? Maybe see if there's any potions that look less lethal than acid on this
Okay.
table or in the surrounding area.
Roll me an investigation check.
Lynn, you okay? Not too bad?
Not too bad. No, I can shake it off. Thank you anyway.
Okay. So with your investigation check, you find 20 gold just randomly dotted around, and you find 2 potions, and written in Elvish, which you can read across the front of them, is healing potion.
How many healing potions? Sorry.
2.
Is anybody else in need of one of these? I may take one for myself, if you don't mind. But if anybody else wants one, there's 2 here. They look like they'll do the job.
I've been stabbed in quite a drastic, poisonous kind of way.
Oh, would you like some healing?
I mean, a potion might do the job if we're handing them out, and if no one else needs one.
I can just cure wounds myself if you wanted to take the
Oh,
potion.
do you need healing also?
Yeah,
it's up to you.
I got a little bit of, yeah, not
There's
too
just
bad.
like
I also
blood
have healing magic
on
so
me.
Why don't you take the healing potion? Or why don't I cure? Here, let me just cure wounds you.
if you want to save a spell slot, I can, for only 2 points of damage, I can heal with a natural healing.
Yeah, and then healing potion. Am I planning on saving that?
I'll walk up to Val and poke him on the shoulder and cast Healing Hands.
That's a kind of just free spell slot.
You get 2 HP back.
Oh, thanks. I'm feeling marginally better. I appreciate.
Sure. Ass. Is there any lethal looking potions around?
Unfortunately, most of them look like they're half brewed. There's potentially a couple of almost brewed acids, but none of them are complete.
Is there any empty flasks around?
There are plenty of empty flasks. There's at least 5 you can see just laying out in the open.
Ooh, do they have a cork on them?
2 of them do, 3 of them do not.
I will take 2 of the empty ones with corks.
Okay.
Let's try and guess how to complete this acid.
Do you have alchemist tools?
I do not.
So, you know it'll probably take some sort of alchemist tools to finish it, or else you'll be sort of waiting around here for potentially a good half an hour while you try and work out how to finish it.
Yeah,
Can I investigate the skeleton.
You can roll me an investigation check.
Favorite. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't even find the bones. You look around and you can't see a thing.
I think I see a mushroom and I get distracted.
Yeah, potentially.
Ooh,
You
nice.
see a bright pink with blue striped mushroom on one of the tables, and you just get so distracted by it.
Hey guys.
Yep. Yes, Clove?
Sorry. I'm back.
Okay.
I got called away.
I don't suppose any of this stuff is drinkable, is it?
Not.
I still have those 2 red vials. You know. Could I medicine check them or sniff them? And a medicine check to see if they're health potions.
Yeah, make me a medicine check on the two vials you have and see if they're health potions or not.
Guidance myself. Because I'm feeling so confident today. Plus the guidance. Just to be.
Mhm. So yes, these are both basic healing potions, from what you can tell.
We have 2 more health potions. Lord.
So Albar's not really sure what this place is or what any of this is. He's just kind of like poking around the bottles, seeing if he can find anything that looks like it might be some kind of spirit or liquor. Just vain hope, really.
Okay.
In poking around, would he potentially recognise if there are any marks on any of these bottles that look similar to the one that Clove showed us on the vial she found in the tavern?
Which I still have. If you need it.
Make me an investigation check with advantage if Clove is going to bring out the bottle.
Just say the word.
I
And
mean,
a dagger.
I'm kind of feeling like he's not thinking of that. He'll just recognise it if he sees it.
Mhm.
I'll just do it as normal.
Cool.
14.
You find 2 bottles with that symbol on it, but you also find 6 others, and each 2 of them have different symbols. So there's 6 other bottles with 3 different symbols on them that you don't recognise.
Hey guys, I don't know about these ones over here, but these 2, don't this symbol look familiar to you? Hold up for everyone to see.
Oh, look, they're the same.
So we were kind of right.
So, what's the other symbol look like?
I'll go look at it with Clove.
Okay. One of you roll me a history check with advantage, because one of you will be assisting the other.
Lynn. I don't need to do it.
Okay. Not that great on my history, but
Oh, I'm not even better.
Okay. So
okay.
yeah, you recognise the symbol on 2 of the bottles is the symbol for Singorn. On another 2, it's the symbol for Whitestone, and on for the final 2, this one is what Clove helps you with, is the symbol for Rexentrum.
Single Whitestone.
So, are they planning on poisoning to these cities? Or sending these poisons to the cities?
Maybe they don't like the way anybody's running these things.
Or maybe they're trying to cause chaos by blaming another party for killing the opposite party, and then it will cause an all-out battle.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I think it's that one.
Do we Do we want to allow this lab to keep being a lab, or should we destroy everything in this place?
I mean,
Oh, I like the sound of that.
we could leave it as evidence.
Oh, that's boring but true.
If we take
That-
these vials and then explain to Miss Newman that we destroyed this place, so no more could be in progress, I think we should be all right.
I don't know, mate. I mean, as much as I'd like to smash this place up, I think Chloe's right. I think we'd actually need to show them what's been going on down here, you know?
Just
Right.
to extra prove that we're not
Oh.
guilty.
I'll take the 6 bottles for Single and Western and Rexentrum.
Here's my thought. Perhaps we should give those bottles to Clove. Once we exit here, she can remain invisible while she has them on her. The last thing we want is to be caught with all of this on us, implicating us further.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible idea.
That's fair, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
give them to
smart.
Clove.
6 flasks. Oh, would anyone mind if I take one of these healing potions?
Tell you what you want, mate.
Healing a little bit.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
What's healing potion? What is it?
Just the basic one, so 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's perfect.
Okay, so while you've all been investigating, you have obviously noticed the door that's won't let me ping right now. There, just there.
Onwards and upwards, I guess.
This is all getting
Yeah.
really exciting, actually.
Concerning more than exciting, but sure.
Ah, it could be both, can't it?
Depends on your views, yes.
I take the pink and blue mushroom, by the way. It's
Cool.
really interesting.
Oh yeah, I still have that purple and yellow one, don't I?
You do, yeah.
I'm gonna take one of the bones from the skeletons, just like a femur bone or something. Store that away. I'll just say, might see if I can get these crafted into some more ornate lockpicks once we escape from here.
Or maybe a heart.
Right.
I think I'll find more use for a lockpick, but I like the idea.
You could take another one and get it crafted into a cane.
Yeah. I'll stick with lockpicks for now, and I'll see how that goes. It might be a bit macabre for my tastes, but I like things to be more exquisite. Anyway, I'm gonna check this door, A for traps and B to see if it's locked.
Okay.
Can I assist him
How would you assist him?
by pointing at the door frame?
I'm gonna say no. I'll let him do the investigation check by himself.
This is a door.
This is a door.
Okay, so you find that it is not locked, and as far as you're aware, not trapped.
All right, I'm gonna open this door real quiet. I'm gonna try and sneak ahead a little bit.
Okay, so make me a stealth check then.
Thank God it wasn't locked.
Ooh.
Okay, as far as you're aware, you are stealthy. So you walk in here, and this looks like a very, very old bar, from what you can tell. There's smashed bottles and sort of potentially what used to be a bar counter. Just here, there's obviously tables and chairs in the middle of the room. There's a couple of tables against the wall, a couple of old barrels that have rotted away, any alcohol in them long gone, and just smashed glasses and things all over the place.
I'll take a couple of steps in, look around at the kind of disrepair and the fact the alcohol's gone, and I'll turn back to the group and just look down at the ground and say, "Sorry, Albar, it's all gone."
What do you mean it's all? I'm gonna walk in, look around, see that it used to be a bar. Oh, this is the saddest thing I've seen all day.
Is it?
Yeah.
The two living corpses were not.
Well, I suppose they're dead, so they can't really. We don't know that they should be sad.
I mean, that's more freaky than sad. This is like, bars should be full of people, life, you know, noise and booze. This is just depressing.
It's okay, Alba.
I'm gonna
We'll
rummage
go
around the bottles by the
go to
bar.
the wheel in. So, this seems like an abandoned place.
Did the previous room look like it was a lab, like an alchemy lab, or has it been converted in any way?
The room outside didn't look like it's always been an alchemy lab. It actually looked more like a cave. And this that you've walked into looked more like the entrance to a building.
Right. Is there any like ladders or anything that lead up, like this wine cellar or something?
Not that you can see, not in this room. And you
Right.
didn't see any in the room behind you either.
Okay.
Feeling a little bit of a cold sense of dread. Can Albar poke around a little bit, see if he can spot any evidence of essentially any kind of thieves? I know he can't read it, but any kind of thieves' cant-ish type marks or anything that might indicate that this was some sort of, was this like a criminal underground speakeasy type joint sort of thing? That's what he's looking for.
Make me an investigation check.
These go so well. Nope. 5.
Yeah, no, unfortunately you do not see any thieves' cant or anything like that around here.
Can I see if someone's been in here recently? Like living?
Make me a perception check, just to sort of, as you have a glance around, to see if anyone's been living in here.
Or been through here or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Perception! Yes!
Hell yeah.
Okay. So as far as you can see, it doesn't look like anyone's been living in this room. There's no sort of fresh bottles or anything that would mean that anyone's been using this room other than potentially a corridor. But the floor's sort of dry and there's no dust around, so on the floor at least, so there's not even any footprints that you can see.
Can I look at the ceiling, the walls, and the floor of this place to see if it's like work stone or if it's like natural cave wall, ceiling, floor?
Yeah, so easy enough to look. In this room, it definitely, outside in the alchemy lab, in inverted commas, it was definitely more natural stone. In here, it's definitely been worked.
Well, all three, the walls, the ceiling, and the floor as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do another check on this door.
Okay, investigation check for me. Okay. Once again, not locked and not trapped as far as you're aware.
All right, once again, open it kind of slow, take a little peek, go on through.
Okay. So that is what you see in there. It's, from what you can tell, it's an old storeroom. Once again, boxes are all smashed and rotted away. Anything that was barrels is again leaked out long ago. There's a couple of metal pots and pans that you think there used to be a kitchen somewhere around that would potentially serve the bar. And these stairs here lead up to what looks to be a hatch above you, although it's all boarded up and sealed.
Probably for good reason. We must definitely not open.
Going and sealing that, I will remind everybody that we went under a sewer floor, so be careful about opening anything ceiling.
Is there a candle around?
Is there a what, sorry?
Candles or lanterns, torches around?
Nothing usable that you can see. There's a couple of very smashed up lanterns in the corners, and on the walls there's a couple of sort of lanterns attached to the wall, but they're all smashed and no candles in any of them.
Okay. Just gonna put my head around it. Everyone okay? Wait to go through.
Maybe it's a good idea to maybe just unboard the hatch. If we need to make a quick escape from here, that could be quicker than going back the way we came.
But do we know it leads up?
I mean, it's got to go up, isn't it?
I'm also curious about this hat, and despite what I want to open it.
What side is it boarded from?
This side.
I will pull a crowbar out my bag and offer it to anyone who wants to try and pry the bars off.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me we got stuck at a door and you had a crowbar this whole time?
I mean, yeah. It made me remember it, you know.
I get it. Sometimes you need a quick reminder. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, Jerry. We managed to get the door open eventually.
I mean, I can always blast the roof down, but I think going carefully would probably be a better idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a few steps back in case any poop falls.
I'm gonna have a go at it, and now you've said that, Jerry, I'm gonna do it very carefully.
I'll offer the crowbar over.
Make me a strength check.
I forgot I had the crowbar, okay.
Okay. So you manage to pry off the wooden sort of barricades. They don't take too much effort to come off. You think they've been up there quite a while. And the hatch is actually a push-up hatch. So you push it up and you just pop your head out. You find yourself in the sewer, a bit away from where you were. You don't recognise where you are in the sewers, so it's not where you've walked previously.
It is just the sewers, but not somewhere I recognise.
Well, at least we have that option.
We've got an escape route.
Yeah, that's good. Means we don't have to retread all that ground. We've got an exit, just in case.
Do we want to press on and come back to this, maybe? If we
For sure.
If we didn't find the drow woman in the sewer above before, she might be in this portion of it.
Well, we at least know she didn't take this exit, so the chances are she's got to be down here somewhere. I mean, all signs point to here.
Someone had to lock that door as well and animate the skeleton.
Exactly. I'm going to check this door. I'm checking all the doors.
Okay, make me an investigation check for this door. Okay. This one is locked, and there is what you see at the bottom is a tripwire just going along the bottom of the door.
Okay, I want to disengage the tripwire. Just take a dagger and cut it.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check to make sure that you're smooth enough to sort of cut the wire without jiggling it.
Those things are stare back.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm in the other room.
Yeah.
Jerry, can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please? Okay, so you take 6 points of damage, acid damage, as above your head there's a slight hole in the ceiling that opens up and a load of acid falls on your head. But you have now disarmed the trap.
Jerry, are you okay?
I think my hat absorbed some of the damage, but it was horrifically painful.
Ah,
He's like going to check his hair and be like, "Oh, some of it, the ends, they're all singed.
it's not
This
so
is
bad.
this is going to be a nightmare. It's going to cost me a fortune to get this. You know how much it costs to keep me looking this good?
Nowadays, you're not spending enough.
I mean, I usually just wake up to what I look like.
Mm.
But I'm sure it'll be fine. You look fine, Jerry. You look fine.
I will healing lights, Jerry.
DM, was that particularly loud when it went off?
No, it made
Okay.
barely any sound.
Okay.
2 points of healing.
However, Jerry's getting flustered about it was slightly loud.
I'll finally come and investigate.
Thank you for the healing. You might want to take the crowbar to the door because this one is locked. Luckily, no more traps.
Okay.
So go for it.
Someone who's actually got muscles want to do this.
I'm going to look to Clove. Do you want to, or should I give it a go?
Oh, I suppose I could give it a go.
Pass the crowbar over.
So what do I do? Is it strength roll?
Strength check, please.
Is this something that I could assist with?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Did not need
19.
my help.
Do I add something with the crowbar, or is it?
So you managed to get the door open. You wedge it through and yank it back and get it to open up. And let me get the, what's it called? The
Using
reveal.
crowbar grants advantage to strength checks.
Ah.
Just straight up, so.
Good to know. So there it is.
Darkness. Okay.
Oh!
Do I see her immediately when I open the door? Like, Sha!
You do,
Oh.
and she also sees you, and she had Ray of Frost prepared, ready. So.
Oh dear.
My character sheet isn't working.
This bitch.
I like to think that she just sees her and goes, "Oh look, there she is."
Ray of Frost.
Yeah.
Bang.
I'm guessing
There
she
we go.
counts as a humanoid, doesn't she, DM?
Pardon?
I'm guessing she counts as a humanoid.
She does, yes.
Brilliant.
So a 10 does not hit. So she's aiming for the door, but you open the door and you see her and you step back a second. She just whiffs the attack.
I don't think she's very happy to see us.
She is not. And can you all roll me when I pull it up and clear it from the last turn? Initiative.
Mad.
It's so funny, actually. Because Drow can speak uncommon, don't they? Oh, wow. Free? Really? They speak Undercommon. Is that the language they speak?
They speak a couple.
Typically they do, yeah, but
Yeah.
you never know what DMs have got up their sleeve.
Yeah, on my day there. I'm a free, so I'm bottom of the pecking order.
Okay, so Jerry, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use hide, and then I'm gonna fire a short bow at her.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Yes, please, for the hide. Okay, as far as you're aware, you are hidden.
So do I get advantage on it?
You do. A 24 definitely hits.
I don't know why my global attack modifier for sneak attack's not working, but I'll just roll the sneak attack separately.
Because it's added it to your roll.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've done it as a roll, not damage. I'll fix that on my next turn. And that's gonna be my turn. I'm gonna use a bit of movement just to reel back up right into the corner.
Okay. So it is her turn.
Oh, we're lovely and bunched up.
You are.
We are quite bunched.
You are very punched.
I would move, but I'm bottom of the list, so I can't move.
Just think of it as giving you an increased chance of getting the killing blow.
Yeah.
So she is going to lift her hand, and straight in front of her, she is going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Mm.
Ooh.
Is that a roll to hit, is it?
No.
It's a save, so if you could all make me a Clove and Flynn, if you could make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I didn't see anything pop up, so I'm assuming it really hurts.
Yes. I've used this spell.
Yeah.
Is it a dex save?
It is.
It's like 68 or something.
No.
Or 86.
It is, but you're lucky. She rolled really low. You both take 17 points of damage.
Fuck me!
That's really low.
It is really low.
But that's 10 over what you need.
I got like freaking so many ones.
Shit.
Well, you're lucky you got 71 cent, otherwise Flynn might have just been insta-killed.
She just killed you. Yep.
If she rolled 22, Flynn would be flat out dead.
Blimey. She is not fucking around.
She is not.
Nope, and that's both your healers down.
Oh my god.
Hang on, what? Is Clove down as well?
Yeah. Oh, is Clove down?
No, Clover's not
Oh,
down, but she
okay.
is definitely crawling away.
One of them.
Just crawl away and pull Flynn's body out.
Right now, I have to make a
Health point.
death save.
Like, takes it right in the middle of the chest. Ugh.
Flynn, could you make me a death saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Did that work go through? It's a 4.
Okay. First failure.
It's on my watch.
Albar, it's your turn.
So the second that Lightning Bolt comes streaking past, Trouble just immediately bolts off of Albar's shoulder, backing into a corner.
Sorry.
Seeing Flynn go down and Clove staggers, just go, fuck it hell, he's going to come bolting around the corner. Seeing how he's going to run up to the side of her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try and punch. I mean, is there anything? She's not holding a staff. She's not got like any kind of book or anything like that. She's just...
Not that you can see. This all
Alright.
seems to be innate.
Then I'm going to try and punch her in her bitch face.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Just hits.
Oh, really? All right. For 6 bludgeoning. I am going to spend a key and do flurry of blows.
Mhm.
So 2 bonus action attacks.
Okay.
So it's a 13 again to hit.
Yep. Again hits.
It's 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And a 20 to hit.
Also hits.
For 5 more bludgeoning. And that
Okay.
will be my turn.
Okay. Val, it's your turn.
I'm going to move very slightly just to action. I'm going to use Lay on Hands to heal Clove.
Oh, thank you.
10 health points.
Mhm.
That is well received.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah, actually put it in.
And I'm done.
Okay. Are you gonna move at all? Any further?
Actually, I'm going to move just into the room.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I've got.
Okay. Okay. Clove, it's your turn.
Spit out blood. And I go to Flynn. Would cure wounds work for someone who's passed out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, I just slam my hand down against his chest and I say, "Okay, let's get up now. Things are getting serious."
Thank you.
And like has cure wounds. My last spell.
Oh God.
6 points of healing.
6 health. Thank you very much.
That also resets your death saving throws, so you're back to 0 and 0.
Perfect.
And I hand him, can I? No, can't do any action. I'll just stand beside Flynn.
Okay. Jerry, it's back to your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna put my head around the corner. Would that count against my movement if I just put my head around the corner and fire an arrow and put my
No.
head back?
If it's just your head
Okay.
going around, it won't count against your movement.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to use cunning action aim to gain advantage on the hit.
Mhm. Yep, 23 hits.
And then he just pops his head back right in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Action, bonus action. Yeah, done.
Okay, so it's her turn. She is going to, if any of the spells worked without opening her character sheet. So she is going to Misty Step over to here to get herself out of your range. And then she will throw a poison spray. No, she won't. A ray of frost at Albar.
Okay. That's an attack roll for that one, isn't it?
It is. So a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
You take 2 cold damage.
Oof. Now, doesn't that do something to affect my movement?
I believe it does. Let me pull it up.
It's like -5 to your move.
I think it might half it.
Speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of her next turn.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
And that is her turn. So, Flynn, it's your turn.
Okay, after being down and regaining consciousness, my eyes are blood red now. I will move up 15 feet. And very Azula from the last Airbender be like, "You like lightning, bitch? I'll show you lightning." And I'll cast Witch Bolt on her.
Mhm.
So, okay, +6 to hit. Witch Bolt. Oh, you bitch.
A 12 does not hit, I'm afraid. Just misses.
Okay. bonus action, I'll healing light myself
Okay.
because, ouch. So, D6. That's yay! All the healing. And that's everything I can do. Movement action bonus.
Okay. Albar, it's your turn.
Okay, spinning around. Over by the door. Is that a door I see on the other side of her?
It is a door, yes.
Oh, she's doing a runner.
Oh, you're gonna have to try harder than that, you spell slinging ponce. If I run over, can I use my attack action to try grapple?
You can, yeah. I believe it's I think it's for a grapple, it's athletics for you, and then she gets to roll either athletics or acrobatics.
I believe that's correct.
Yes. So yeah, you can use your attack action to make a grapple on her.
It's only a 12.
Okay. So you manage to get hold of her. You feel her about to dodge out of your arms, but you just manage to get your arms around her.
Okay, cool. So I'm not sure on the. I don't know how much a grapple counts as an actual attack action. Does that still allow me my bonus action attack? Or do I need to actually full on attack her for that?
No, that would still count as because you've had to sort of make an aggressive move towards her. I'd count a grapple as an attack.
Alright, so as I'm trying to pull her into a clinch, I'm going to try and knee her in the stomach. 13. That's my lucky number today.
Okay, yep, just hits.
For a 6 bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Val, your turn.
I'm gonna move over here. Gonna do a bit of a slashy slash with my greats.
Because she is grappled, you do get advantage. 21 would have hit anyway.
Nice. For 8 points. Are we trying to keep it? Yeah, I don't know. And then I'm going to use Divine Smite as well to deal 2d8 extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8.
Just enough. How do you want to do this?
Sort of as Alba. What was the attack you used, Alba?
I kind of got into a bit of a kind of MMA clinch and then knee her in the stomach.
Nice. Yeah, as he does that, I'm going to come along, very like deftly. Albar does his monkey kind of stuff, and I'm just going to come in with my great sword and perhaps behead this enemy.
Okay. So yeah, you manage to sort of just get your great sword in around Albar so you don't hit him. You feel it connect, and you just channel this divine surge of energy that you feel through your sword, and you watch it just sort of sharpen the blade just enough for you to cut her head off. And that is you out of combat.
Oh. Bloody hell, mate. That was a bit messy.
Yeah, well, we have different ways of doing things.
I'm not complaining.
I thought, for the record, that what you were doing with the hands and stuff, that was very cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to get in the way, Still, I just look down at the very dead corpse. I don't think she's going to be able to say a whole lot now.
At least she'll be easier to take back with us. We haven't got to take an entire corpse as proof.
Well, I suppose so. I mean, has she got anything around here? I don't know, like anything incriminating?
Yeah, I'm gonna start investigating kind of her stuff, see if she's got any notes or anything like that.
Yeah, sometimes people write down what they're up to,
Okay, make me an investigation check.
I think it's bowls of water.
God damn it.
You do not find a thing. You are so upset by your hair still. You can feel it still even now burning the ends of your hair and starting to get a little bit sore on your scalp. You just can't focus. The things in the middle of the room appear to be cauldrons bubbling all sorts of different liquids. From the colours of them, you wouldn't assume any of them is water.
Can I check to see what they are, or would it be a medicine check to check what
It
they are?
wouldn't be a medicine check. Make me an arcana check. Okay, a 10. So the only one you think you know what it's for is this one over here. And that's only because you recognise the colour as part of what was left at the very bottom of the vial that you found in the bar. So you believe that that's what was used to poison everybody. The rest of them you can't identify.
Can I just do a glance around this whole room and if there's any symbols or...
Make me a perception check.
Lynn's gonna kind of calm down a bit, close his eyes.
Okay. Okay. So on each of the cauldrons, you notice it'll be easier to link it. Let me just grab it. It'll be in the Discord chat.
Ooh. Do I know what this symbol is?
Make me a religion check. You do not, I'm afraid.
Okay. I will draw the symbol and show everyone.
Would Flint recognise it? Or
Make me a religion check.
religion? Nope.
No, unfortunately you don't. You've never encountered this symbol.
Can I look around the room to find like a journal, instructions or anything?
Make me an investigation check.
17.
Okay, and is that just round the room, or are you looking at her, looking on her as well?
I'll look on her as well. Why not?
Okay, so around the room, you find, and luckily enough, they're all labelled in Elvish, which I don't believe you can read. Let me grab my key
I can
sheet.
read all writing with my Eldritch.
Oh yes, of course. So you can read it. So you find one vial that just says healing potion on it in red, one vial of acid, and then one vial that says invisible ink on it.
One healing, one. One. Invisible.
You also find a potion of heroism that's labelled as potion of heroism. On her, you find 60 gold. You find this, and I will link this to everybody.
Potion of heroism, 60 gold.
Where have I put it? Up the top. You find that. Everyone see that?
Drows sun cream.
And you find a necklace around her neck that has a locket, and when you open the locket, it's got a yellow eye in it.
When you say it's got a yellow eye in it, are we talking like a little, like a physical object, or is it?
It's not someone's
thing?
actual eye.
No, but is it like a little gem thing or
So
something that's
it's
carved into the locket itself?
no, it's like a glass stone,
Okay.
yellow with a black slit down the sort of middle of it.
I will close the locket.
Cool.
I will relay everything to the group. The healing the acid, the invisible ink, the potion of heroism, the gold, the Drow sun cream, and then again the locket.
I'll show everyone my drawing of the religious icon on each.
Okay.
The cauldrons. There we go. It's there. I was thinking of the word.
So are you showing that symbol to everyone?
Everyone.
Okay. Jerry, you recognise it from some of your investigations previously. You recognise this as a symbol of the goddess Lolth.
Oh, this is a symbol to the Spider Queen. It's a deity that the dwellers of the Underdark kind of worship. Darker elves like ourselves. I mean, it's not uncommon at all for her kind to worship Lolth, so I guess I wouldn't worry too much.
Well, at least it's just love.
Exactly.
I'm gonna pretend like I know what you're talking about.
Likewise.
I didn't find any incriminating evidence.
Well, the poison that killed those people in the bar is pretty.
Oh, and this cauldron's got the poison that's killed us. Yeah, this one here.
What I was hoping to find was maybe a lead on. Surely she's not working alone. Whoever she's working with or for.
Is there any blank bits of paper around?
You didn't find any with your investigation when you were looking round. None in this room, certainly.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping we might find some kind of, I don't know, some kind of scribbling like, I did it, ha ha ha, they're all going to die, it was me. Also, these people, you'll find them here, you know?
I mean, that'd be pretty stupid.
I was kind of hoping she was pretty stupid.
She's got
Oh.
invisible ink. So any blank bit of paper, don't take it as a blank bit of paper. Because if they're writing invisible stuff, then, yeah.
Obviously, while you're investigating, you do find 2 more doors, one here and one here.
I was going to say, is their store locked?
Not that you can tell.
Can I go up to the one that she was trying to escape through?
Mm-hmm.
Do the same.
Can I open it?
You can. Both of these doors are easily opened. It seems like she didn't lock the rooms in her private sanctuary.
I'm going to go back up, Clove.
Sanctuary.
I'll go the way Flynn's gone. We can double our efforts.
Okay.
Huh. What do I see?
So, Clove and Alba, you find what you assume is her personal actual alchemy lab. So you see lots of potions brewing and sort of open flames, burning things. You do find a notebook in there as well, just out in the open, although it's written in Elvish.
I can read Elvish.
You can. Yes, you can. So it's basically ideas and plans from the brief glance over you look at of different sort of ways to poison and means to slip it to people without anyone realizing. and potentially mass making it on a grand scale.
Oh, she was very thorough. Oh. I didn't know you could mass poison people. Oh. I'll keep this notebook.
Well, I guess then if we can show that to somebody upstairs and maybe get them to come and have a look down here, you never know, that might be enough.
We're all clear.
Well, I mean, we still don't know quite what's going on here, but
Sounds like there was going to be some poisonings going on.
yeah, and it might be enough. Might be enough to calm down whatever's going on with the Margrave and these revolutionary firebrands.
Are these flasks? Something.
They are. They're all empty, and there's about 7 of them on there, and 4 of them are corked and 2 of them are not.
Is there anything else in the room, or?
Not that you can see, other than the liquid sort of bubbling away. There doesn't seem to be anything else.
I don't think there's anything else in here. Maybe the others will have more luck. Walk out the room.
Okay. So in the other room, for the other half of the group, it is quite clearly her bedroom. There is the bed in the corner with a sort of chest that's open. You can see it's mainly clothes there. And once again, this looks like some finished potions, although none of them are labelled. And a couple of books and knickknacks, and again, religious symbols. There seems to be a little bit of an altar set up just here.
I will look in the books,
Okay.
see what I gain.
So a couple of them are just random novels, which you find fairly strange. But at the very bottom of the pile, originally or automatically, it looks like it should be another novel, so you go to just sort of put it aside. But you happen to flick it open, you notice it's actually handwritten, once again in Elvish, and it appears to be her diary. We'll call it that. And you read a few pages. At the start, it seems fairly normal. She talks about where she lived and going to see her mum and dad for lunch one day, and then you sort of flick to the middle of it, and about halfway through the middle of it, something catches your eye, and it catches your eye in specific. She mentioned starting to hear a female voice in her head, offering her great power if she'll follow her lead and do what she's asked. And she starts to think she's just going mad. But then you flick another few pages, and you're getting closer to the end now. And she's talking about how she can't resist it anymore, and she's going to start doing as she's asked. And there's these great plans to cause mayhem and mischief, but she doesn't put any detail into how or why, or any more detail into the voices in her head. But sort of towards the end, you can just see she's gone, from her writings, raving mad.
Brilliant. I will relay this to Jerry and Val. This bitch is crazy.
So it seems like perhaps she wasn't working for anybody.
Yeah, the voice in her head, maybe.
That's why I wear one of these, and he'd tap his tinfoil hat.
Right.
Which has a hole in it from where the acid burnt some of it.
I was going to ask, yeah. You realise there's a hole in that now?
He will kind of poke his finger on the hole. It's easily remedied. Nothing a little bit of welding can't fix.
I'm glad.
Jerry's gonna pick up the novels and put them in his bag.
Okay. So one of the novels is Tusklove.
Of course.
And then there is one called The Dragon and the Dungeon, which does not look like it's the same vein as Tusklove. That looks
Thank
more like an
God.
adventure book.
She's into some weird stuff, this woman.
And the last one is The Magic Wishing Chair, which looks like a kid's book.
Okay. I'll take them all.
Okay. As you're all sort of finishing up looking around, you all start to hear voices coming from sort of back the way. Flynn, you recognise one of the voices. You can hear that's Warren, and you just hear him shouting, "Flynn, rest of your
Warren?
group."
This way.
Shit, it's the coppers.
Skylar!
I mean, I called them.
sorry, old habits die hard, you know.
So he keeps calling. He's like, "Sorry, which direction?" And you sort of play a bit of Marco Polo for a couple of minutes until him and about 5 other guards walk into the main room with you. I don't have tokens for them, but they are all around about here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold up the head of the very unfortunate person we just killed.
She was dead when we got here, promise.
We
I thought we
killed her.
killed her.
Oh yeah, what? Oh, sorry, old habits.
The skeletons were undead when we got here.
I gathered that much. I doubt you could kill skeletons. I don't think anyone you killed would have been that dead that quick.
And then, well, yeah, Val. It seems a little bit upset that that's what they think, how little they think of us. I think we could definitely turn people to skeletons in seconds. It's all about the butchering.
He gives you a really weird look.
I say I'm going to give Val a really weird look.
Yeah.
Don't think you're supposed to say that.
We all give Val a weird look.
I don't.
But he points to the head in your hanging your hands and goes, "That her then, the drow we were looking for?"
If not, that's a horrible misunderstanding.
I would say so. What happened to asking questions?
To be
Didn't
fair,
go
I
that
didn't do
far.
this.
She started it, to be fair.
We did ask some questions.
That's true, actually. She did start it. Look what they did to Jerry's hair.
I was unable to catch her.
Flynn and Chloe looking singed by lightning, but like, yeah, Jerry's hair.
This was a fine mane before we entered this room.
We're trying to make our story believable.
Anyway.
Flynn found some good evidence about her, what she was up to.
Oh, and I bring out the notebook, the 6 flasks of symbols on them,
Diary, yeah.
Okay,
and the dagger and the other flask.
Okay. He will look at them all in your hands and go, "Well, I'm going to let you take them to the judge. I will not touch them, just in case. But if you guys want to make your way, you all look like you could use a rest, and I can tell you the judge has definitely gone home for the night. So if you guys want to make your way back to the inn and sleep, I will let her know first thing in the morning, and you guys can go and talk to her then. I think she wants a word with you guys anyway. There's been a couple of developments while you've been down here."
Who's died?
Yeah.
No one yet.
We were meant to be in the alchemist's house, weren't we?
No.
No.
Let's just say less to do with her, pointing to the dangling head, and more to do with retribution because of what's happened at the bar.
Oh, I fucking knew it.
Who attacked the Margrave?
Those
Or is planning
silly
to?
gods.
No one yet, and you didn't hear this from me because the judge would like to discuss it with you herself, but 3 members of the offshoot of the revolution group have come together to put a hit on him, and he has found out, so he is now trying to hunt them down. They are trying to hunt him down. It's all a bit of a mess, and the alchemist has gone to ground, although rumours are that he's heading towards Kymel, but who the heck knows. So we can't find him. And yes, at the moment it's all a bit of a mess.
Do you reckon this will help?
The head of the woman that potentially poisoned.
All this like pointing at the cauldrons and various stuff around.
It will help explain the pub, but I think the damage has already been done in regards to calling an assassination attempt on the Margrave. I'm fairly sure there's no coming back from that.
Bugger.
So what would you like us to do apart from speak to the Margrave?
The judge. As said, she has something she wishes to discuss in regards to it with you guys in the morning. She says it can wait. She said if I found you, it could wait till the morning, and to tell you all to get a good night's rest. I've been asked to post some of my guards outside the inn that you're sleeping in. The innkeeper let us know about the incident last night, so you will be protected until you can go and speak to her in the morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, I think we could always do with a little rest.
Could do with a drink.
Yes. Yes, we could.
And a bath.
Warren will wave at 2 of the guards, 1 male, 1 female. The male is human from the looks of him, as far as you can tell. The female is actually a halfling. She's fairly short, but looks terrifying. So she's well built. And he goes, "You two, your job is to get them back to the bar safely and into the waiting eyes of the guards that are at the bar, please." And they'll both go, "Yes, sir," and sort of walk up and stand with you guys and go, "Whenever you're ready, we'll get you back safely."
Can I take a flask of the poison? Or am I going to be judged for doing that?
You can take a flask of the poison. You'll notice when you do it that there's a couple of odd looks from some of the guards. But Warren goes, "Yes, good idea. I was going to take some myself, but it's best if we have a couple of vials around."
Okay, I will grab one of the vials.
Mm-hmm.
On the side, if everyone's focused on setting off, before everyone leaves, I'm going to get one of my empty flasks and dip it in and flask up some of the poison. I'll pop it in my bag.
Okay.
Let's see I do this as well.
Sneaky, sneaky. So once they're all...
Okay. Make me a stealth check then, if you're trying to do it sneaky-like.
Can I make a perception if I'm doing it at the same time?
Oh, I'm not doing it at the same time. Fuck.
It's a nat 1, so all of you. You can tell that she's trying to be sneaky. She's like on her tiptoes, creeping. Think, what's his name? Is it Dastardly? Dick Dastardly, as he's sort of creeping. And she'll take out her flask and dip it in and cork it, and she'll be looking around, and she doesn't notice any of you staring at her. She'll pop it in her bag, and she'll creep away again, sort of tiptoes and the arms, and then she'll just stand by the door, looking like she's ready to leave.
I'm just gonna kind of like humming while I'm doing it.
Yep, also
Clove.
humming the entire time she's doing it.
What are you doing, Clove?
You
What?
got everything you need, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Let's leave. I'll kind of like pat Clove on the back as we leave.
That red liquid, would it be a health potion? I know.
Make a medicine check on that one.
Considering we've got a health.
You have, but it doesn't look quite the same. Yeah, a natural 20. The red one you can tell is a health potion. Is health potion.
Okay.
A different
Okay.
mix, but definitely health potion.
Okay. Can I bottle that one up with the second empty flask?
Mhm.
And then I'm going to go into the other room where the other corks are.
Yep.
Where I know they're empty, and I'll bottle up the last 3. Well, I'll bottle up 2 and then keep the empty flask.
Okay, so you have another 3 health potions and then 1 empty flask.
Fabulous. And then I will rush to join the others.
Okay. So, yep. Are you all ready to go?
I am.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. So you are all escorted is the wrong word because they're not forcing you; they're accompanying you back to the bar. They've got their head on a swivel the entire time, left and right. These two look like a well-oiled machine, and they're used to working as a team. And it doesn't take you very long to get back to the bar, where it is once again downstairs is very quiet. There's barely any people in. You see there's a guard posted at the front door, and you notice as you walk in, looking out the windows, there's at least one guard at each window, down on the floor as well. But yes, once you get there, your accompaniment, the halfling lady and the human male, will both say, "Have a nice evening. We'll be back in the morning to take you to the judge. If you let one of the guards out here know when you're ready to go, we will be 5 minutes at the most."
No problem. Thank you very much for your services.
No problem at all. Sleep well. You're well protected, and they'll walk off.
Can I just insight check them?
Mhm. Make me an insight check.
They're telling the truth.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, they're being fair. They're being very honest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
God, this is all a bit bloody weird.
Yeah.
well, I think I could deal with a bath.
Shotgun.
You're gonna shotgun a bath.
It's
I
always
don't
nicer
think
when you're the first one.
Considering I literally waded through shit earlier. Okay.
Oh, I thought shotgun meant you could. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
I'll go last, so it's not as completely grubby as it normally is.
I'm just gonna head over to the bar.
I'll go with Albar.
Okay, so you two are staying at the bar. Whoever's going up for a bath is going up for a bath. And what are the rest of you doing?
I'm just waiting patiently for the bath.
Who's going up?
Um,
Well,
while I wait, I'm gonna take out those books to have a look. Flick through a few pages of Tusk's Glove and immediately put it back in the bag.
And now, is this a kind of not reading that's trash kind of put back in the bag, or is that a kind of sudden, I'm definitely saving this for later, put back in the bag?
No, it was like oh dear God, I'm horrified. I don't want to be caught reading this smut back in the bag.
So I'll read it later, kind of back in the bag thing. I got you. Well, whoever comes to the bar, I'm going to get around in.
I think it's just me at the moment.
What's your poison, mate?
Rum will do me. Thank you.
Lovely stuff. Barkeep, 2 pints of rum, please.
Perfect. And he will walk over to you and hand them to you and go, "You look like you've had a rough night. These are on the house. Any more and you can pay for them, but these two are on me."
Fucking A.
I like this bar. This tavern.
Yeah, ain't bad, is it? Cheers.
Cheers.
And I will down my pint.
Mhm.
I'll do the same.
Okay. Can you both make me? No, it's fine.
I mean, it is rum. I wouldn't blame you if you did.
Yeah, a pint of rum, like.
Yep, pint of rum.
You're absolutely fine.
Well, we're not plastered, but yeah.
Yeah.
Happy buzz.
But yeah.
It warms the toes and fingertips, it does.
So yeah, whoever's going up to the bath there is a warm bath of water ready.
Val, did you want to go in first?
Nah, you take it first. Don't worry. I'll go down to the bar. Just let me know when you're done.
Okay.
With that, I'm gonna go down to the bar.
All right.
Okay.
While I am relatively alone,
Mhm.
this is getting a bit slow. I think I've been in this town a little bit too long. I need to leave soon. Definitely. I'll pick up the necklace that I have in the bag. Can I study it? Is it something familiar? Or did I already do that?
I can't remember if you already did that. It definitely feels magical. It doesn't look familiar, but the feel of the magic is definitely familiar.
I did say it was similar to Soon's.
You did, yes.
Out loud to the group, so
Mhm.
yeah.
Alright, okay. I couldn't remember all of those. I'm going to look at the flask with the poison in it.
Okay.
I don't have anything to write on it, so I'm just going to keep it separate so I know exactly.
Mhm.
I'm just going to leave the bath and just head on down.
Okay. So I will count your time in the bath as a short rest. Were you trying to connect to the magical necklace, or were you not trying to?
Yes. I'm trying to get a feel of it.
Okay. So after your short rest, I'll say that you have attuned to it. Let me give you access to it. So if you go to handouts and then PC items, you should now be able to see it. It's called Annie's necklace.
Annie's necklace. Uses heals a creature for half. When the use heals a creature for half or cast spell dying on a creature within range, first level spell slot. So I can use. Where are we getting the spell slot?
Yep, so when you heal a creature for half of their health or more, or you cast Spare the Dying on a creature, you regain a first level spell slot. This can only be used once a day. Recharges at dawn.
Ooh, pretty.
Damn, that's good.
I'll pop it in my bag again and I'll head on down.
Cool.
Val, it's all yours.
Thank you.
And I will sit down with the others.
Val's too late. I've already run in there and set up the spot.
Ruined the bath.
That's cool. I'll go for another drink at the bar.
Okay. So yeah, you're all sat around the bar.
Whilst I'm kind of just taking a moment to myself, having a bit of soak, Jerry's going to start writing in his book about the drow and how she was hearing voices and a possible maybe connection to Lolth in some way. And then he's just going to go wild with all these crazy ideas about that in his book, taking up like maybe 3 or 4 pages of just nonsense.
Jerry subscribes to Infowars.
Very much.
Jerry's the new Taryn Darrington.
Okay, so that's what Jerry's doing up in the bar. What are you guys doing now? You're down at the bar, everyone minus Jerry.
Get some water.
He puts a big jug of water and a glass in front of you and has a couple of separate glasses if anyone else wants some water.
Ooh, lovely.
You're looking very refreshed there, Clove.
Hmm?
Looking very refreshed.
Well, yeah, the bath was nice.
Did you actually get in the bath?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
Well, I was going in the bath anyway to get clean, so thought I'd, go in the water, splash around a bit.
Would I notice if her hair's dry or not?
Make me a perception check.
13.
Is her hair dry?
She'd never dunked her hair in the water, so it'll be
so her hair is dry.
Okay.
Well, today was exciting.
Yeah. Certainly eventful.
At least this way, this might clear everyone's names.
Fingers crossed, eh?
I think we've got a lot of evidence. Lots of flowers in here, lots of symbols, dragons, notebooks. Yeah.
Just as long as we can avoid any more tavern atrocities being committed, I'm happy.
Yeah. But that is the concern of single and Whitestone and Rexton.
Yeah, I'm guessing those are places.
I know what Whitestone is. The other two.
Do you think they might, those places might be in trouble?
If they've got poison labelled for them, probably.
DM, would I know if Rexentrum is, or one of those places are close to where my temple is?
Roll a Roll a intelligence check.
Oh.
Sorry.
12.
Yeah, so it's not right close to your temple, but it's considered the capital city of of the land that your temple is in.
Rexentrum, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So while we sat here, I'm going to get out a rash and start cutting into little bits. Feed trouble.
She'll gladly take it and she'll sort of headbutt your hand and then climb up your arm and just give you a couple of licks on the cheek.
Oh, someone's in a good mood. I thought you'd be sulking at me after all of the climbing around in the sewers.
Definitely.
She'll just sort of settle around your neck in the scarf-like position that she likes so much.
Nah. She had a long day. You know, when you think about it, it's a lot further to walk for her because she's got the little legs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Then again, I do think she has more energy than me. She always has. So, what do we think our next move is then? Other than, go see Miss Moomin.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe we can give the evidence, get a name cleared, and are we all going to stay together, or is everyone going to split?
Well, I guess that depends what happens next. I won't lie, your company's been that's been quite pleasant.
Oh, so what was everyone doing?
Sorry, I was just saying it's nice to have friends. I consider you guys friends anyway. Not sure if the feeling's mutual, but certainly how I value you guys.
I'll give Flynn a pat on the head and go, it's nice to have company. Been a long time.
Yeah.
Gets
Yes.
boring talking to oneself.
Yeah, look at what happened with the Drow woman.
Oh, I do feel really bad about that. She was really pretty and nice.
If you tried to poison her bar.
She
You
successfully tried. She
Yeah,
successfully poisoned the bar.
successfully poisoned a bar and almost killed her.
She was, from brief chats we had, she seemed very pleasant.
I mean, she also tried to fry your internal organs with lightning, but
Well, yeah, these things do happen, I suppose.
well, yeah, I suppose so.
You're not wrong, because this thing did happen.
True. So I guess it did hurt. So I guess she did need to be punished.
With a
die.
swift beheading, yeah.
But I can still be sad that she's gone. For the brief
More
time I
compassion
knew
than me.
her.
Well, I kind of get it, Death is very final. Ain't no coming back from that.
Some would say.
Well, those skeletons were.
You can, resonate. Well, I suppose. Yes.
Well, that's me.
Death is very final.
Yeah, while someone's alive, they can change. They can be better. Once they're dead, that's kind of it.
Seems like you haven't met the right necromancer.
What's a necromancer?
Oh boy, you've got some things to learn.
Well, you don't have to be a necromancer to raise dead. Ooh.
But it is kind of their area of expertise.
It is indeed.
Oh, you're talking all that hoodoo again.
Magic.
Yeah.
So what do you believe in, Albar?
I believe.
From whence does your power accrue?
I'm glad you asked. He's just going to hold up the drink in front of him. I believe in another drink. Speaking of which, barkeep.
What do you believe in, Valve?
I'm not too sure right now.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd say I was agnostic in a certain sense. Like I know there's something out there. Not sure what.
So you don't know who you follow?
You could say that. That's quite a dismissive way of putting it.
Inside chat.
Yep. Yep, same.
Yep, both you make insight checks. Val, if you DM me either a persuasion or a deception.
17.
Yes, Clive.
Hang on, do you want me to roll and then let you know what that was?
So on your character sheet at the top, there should be the option to, it should say to GM. If you click on that and then click on whichever role, it will just send it to me
Sure.
rather than the rest of the group.
Okay, 2 GM at the top of my character sheet.
Should be. Let me make sure I turned it on for you. I might not have done.
I don't know if I have it.
I think that just whispers any kind of roll that you make off your sheet.
It
Oh,
does.
that's
I
what you
haven't
do,
turned it
sorry.
on. 2 secs.
In the settings tab, if you're GM on Better Roll 20, you can do it for everybody's.
Cool, got it.
There you go. I sorted it for you now.
I've sent you that.
Perfect. So as far as you guys can tell, he's telling the truth.
What about you, Clove?
Hmm?
Who do you believe in?
Oh, I'm a follower of Helm.
Sorry?
I'm the follower of Helm. I follow Helm. I've been following Helm for, gosh, a long time. Yeah, I've always followed.
Do I know who Helm is?
Make me a religion check.
Because the player doesn't. Nope.
No,
Neither does Bloom.
the character doesn't either.
My damn rolls tonight.
I mean, did you want to hear about Helm? I can tell you all about him. In fact, let me tell you all about him, and I will preach the ways of Helm.
Barkeep, I'm going to need that other drink.
He's going to finish off his pint.
Yeah, and one for me.
When I am preaching, I do not mention my temple. I do not mention anything about that will. I just tell them about Helm, and that's it.
Cool.
Which is.
So, Helm is the god of. He's also known as the Watcher. He's the god of guardians, protection, protectors. He's obviously.
God of light.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Just a very good god.
Well, okay. Thanks for filling me in, Clove.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, if you ever actually wanted to know more or wanted to join me in some of my meditations, you're more than welcome to.
I believe my faith is spoken for.
Ah, right.
So, is that why you stuck around?
Hmm?
You know, when like I said to you earlier, you could have, after everything with the tavern, you could have bugged out, you know? Guards wouldn't have been none the wiser. But you
Well,
stuck it out anyway. Is that because of, like, you know, you don't want to watch over people or so?
I didn't feel comfortable leaving you all, particularly with such a nasty thing that's happened. So I didn't want to leave you all, and just in case you're all in trouble. I mean, well, if they decided to execute you straight away, I wanted to make sure I was able to maybe stop that from happening, because you all seem pretty deep, nice people. So I didn't want to just abandon you all to whatever nasty things might have happened.
You're a good person, Clove.
You give me a lot of credit. Too much.
Should we not?
How much is
Well-
Clove blushing right now?
Yeah, she's very blushing now.
You saved my life today. Thank you for that.
Oh, just small little, small little bits.
Not to me.
That is the number one rule. Saving each other's lives is the number one rule of the Tea Party.
Are we the Tea Party now, are we?
Well, as you said, we're all friends. I believe that's what friends do, is to help each other out.
You
I-
did say we were all friends.
I did. Yep. I never mentioned a Tea Party, but yep.
No, but we've had a lot of tea.
we have teas as well.
Yay!
Oh, I'm gonna have so much
Do you
more.
sound that unenthused in game?
Can I be roll a deception check?
At this point, Jerry will have finished his bath.
Nope. I sound genuine in game.
What a miss.
Oh, we were just discussing teas. Flynn actually probably likes tea.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, we picked up this really, really nice chocolate-y flavored tea you might really enjoy. Please take it from me.
Tell you what, I'll have a bath first, and then I'll enjoy the tea. Go upstairs and have a bath.
Best way to enjoy it.
Ah, let's try that.
Okay.
And Val just throws his arms up in the air, having gone from first to fourth in the.
Don't worry, Val. You don't smell too bad.
I don't know
Yeah.
how to take that.
I don't think I've ever had a bath. And look at me, I'm doing all right.
I mean, Albar literally waded through shit today,
Oh, that's
and
true.
you're sat with him, and nobody's batting an eyelid.
There you go.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
stick close to me, and no one will notice how bad you smell.
You might want a bath.
I mean, I might. Maybe I'll go
Alba,
pad on my feet.
bathe.
I'll take it into consideration.
My big player has spoken.
I just,
Preferably after Val.
well, yeah. It just, it might be dangerous, is all.
I don't. Well, first stage.
I mean, I can't swim.
Oh. I mean, if you're really worried about it, I can join it. I can come with you and make sure you don't drown.
That's probably not necessary.
And Val puts up his hand. He's like, I also can't swim.
Oh, well, if you want, I can make sure you don't drown. I can't make sure both of you don't drown. It'll have to be one or the other. I can't do both. I'm sorry, I'm not that good.
It really caught me off guard. While I'm in the bath, can I focus on the necklace that I got from the Drow one?
Mhm. Certainly.
I
Let
don't
me.
want to attune to it. I just want to kind of
Okay.
find out what it is.
Make me.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Make me an Arcana check.
There's curses.
17.
Okay. So you get the feeling you can't tell exactly what it does. But as you're sort of moving it around in your hands and looking at it, you can feel it giving you the potential to maybe aim your Eldritch Blast better.
Okay. I'm going to. First things first, I'm going to pray to Soon and ask for guidance on what I should do with it.
Okay.
See if she answers.
So make me a persuasion check with advantage to see if she can answer. See if she'll answer.
15.
Okay. So you do get an answer. You don't get a straight out sort of booming yes or booming no.
Yeah.
You just get a slight warm feeling on your mark.
Right.
Not painful, fairly pleasant.
I'll put the necklace on and attune to it.
Okay, I will send you the link to what. Well, I will give you access to what it does. Again, handouts, PC items, and you will be able to see it in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Should be able to see it now.
Okay.
I've also noticed my spelling is appalling. Let me fix that. Add an advantage.
Add an advantage. Okay.
Corrected.
Cool. I will be wearing that when I come downstairs.
Oh, and I'll also give you both all the access to the potion of heroism, so you know what it does.
Yes, please.
There you go. You should all be able to see it now.
Ooh. Very nice.
Nice. Yep, I will wear that Eldritch Eye.
Mhm.
Then get clean and come downstairs.
Okay. So you will notice it's fairly visible. It's a very bright yellow around his neck.
Also, his shirt's unbuttoned like halfway down, so there's no hiding.
Yeah, there's no hiding it.
Bath 3 wishes to.
The barkeep will hear you say that and go, "Give me a minute. We'll change that because that's been 3 of you in it now. It'll just take a moment." And he'll call out the back and he'll go, "Sally, can you change the bath water, please?" And you'll just watch sort of middle-aged woman walk out and go, "Yes, dear," and sort of in an exasperated tone, and she'll walk up the stairs.
Oh, I
Have
don't
we
envy
seen
her
that?
that job.
No, especially after I've been in it.
Jesus, what did you do up there?
I waded through shit earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh crap.
Literally.
Yes.
Have we seen that woman before?
You have not.
That's quite a nice bit of jewelry you're sporting there.
Thank you. Got it off the Drow.
I've got quite an eye for this type of thing, and that's a very nice piece. You should be proud of that.
Thank you. It allows me to aim a little bit better.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, but what concerns me is I haven't met anyone else that can do the same kind of magic that I can do.
What's that?
The like lances of rose petals that I can.
Oh yeah, they're really pretty.
Yeah,
like
but what concerns me is that woman had this necklace. She might have had similar abilities to me. Probably a different deity or patron.
Suppose we'll get our answers eventually.
Jerry starts going insane, scribbling his notes down now.
What are you writing?
Something about lizards.
There's a lot about lizards in here, but this is not lizard related. Almost everything is lizard related, but not this one.
Oh, what is that? Driving.
So, what are you writing currently?
Just my thoughts on the whole situation. I like to keep track of them. There's quite a lot of them going on at the same time, so it's good to have them laid out like this. Plus, it's all going towards completing my masterworks, my magnum opus, if you will.
Magnus, what?
Yeah, what she said.
Magnificent octopus is what he said.
What's an octopus?
Octopus. You're writing about an octopus. Ooh.
There is some stuff about octopuses in there. There's a lot in this book. It's basically just my ideas. Well, not really ideas. The truth, my truth, on what's really going on around here.
Flynn will go from like leaning back on his chair with a pint in hand to the very like cocky, like elbows on the table, chin.
So you're
Jerry.
writing about us
Anything
as well?
about me? Yeah.
I haven't put anything about you guys in it. No. As far as I can tell, you've all been quite forthright. I don't know. The more I get to know you, maybe you'll say something that will spark my creative process.
Can I insight check him? Considering he started writing as soon as I spoke.
Yeah. Insight check and
20.
Jerry, if you DM me persuasion or deception.
Do I want to insight check you? Do I just want to believe you that way?
I am, because as soon as I started talking, he started writing.
So as far as you can both tell, he's telling the truth.
It's just her. She was having voices in her brain, so I'm trying to connect the dots.
I mean,
But
sometimes it won't speak. No, it doesn't.
What do you mean she had voices in her?
Voices.
Sometimes I hear voices.
Now I may have to write about you in my book.
Well,
normally after I've had quite a bit of drink, and I'm usually like this. He's just going to put his head down flat on the bar table.
I hear voices when I ask questions that I need.
I mean, that's called answers, isn't it?
They're not as direct as a yes and no.
That sounds like
So
an
you
unhelpful
get a
answer.
reply back from your deity?
They're not exactly voices, not all the time.
So,
Just like a positive or negative thing.
You can almost see the veins popping out of Jerry's head where he really wants to start writing in his book, and he's trying to
Scary easy
resist the
life.
urge. Thank God. And he starts writing about Flynn hearing voices in his book.
I mean, Helm's not one for talking.
My deity is maybe one for talking, but not right now. I mean, I have seen her face to face, so.
You've met with a god face to face.
Well, apparition of her, but yes.
Is that strange?
Not to my knowledge.
I've definitely read of it happening to plenty of people, but I wouldn't say it was particularly common. I'm pretty impressed.
Well, where do you think I get my heritage from? Flap my wings. It's pretty obvious that I'm not a human.
But that's not a bad thing.
Never said it was. Nothing against humans, Jerry, but I'm just not one.
No,
I think it's not
that's
bad
okay.
either.
It's fine.
I think I'm going to.
At this point, the middle-aged woman will walk down the stairs again and go, "It's ready for whoever wants it next," and she'll walk back into the back of the bar.
Is she human, this woman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Val,
I'll-
Albert?
I think you've been waiting a while, didn't you, Val?
Seriously, at this point, you can take it if you want.
Nah, you're good, mate. Go on.
Thanks, buddy. And I go and have a bath.
Cool. Anything in particular you're doing in the bath?
No, I am actually just having a bath.
Having a bath.
Yeah.
Awesome. At least
The
someone
first
is.
time.
Yeah.
For the
Yeah,
first time
all
this
of you with
evening.
ulterior motives.
I had a
don't know
bath
what
as
you
well.
mean.
I wanted to check a few things first.
What time is it by this point?
Yeah.
It's fairly late. You think it's probably coming on to sort of 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Okay.
I think we should have another drink and maybe a...
I'm probably just going to wander outside. I'm going to go wander outside.
do you want any company, Clove?
Hmm?
Would you like any company?
I mean, you can join me if you want. I'm just going to be wander quickly outside.
I'll put my drink down and be like, I'll make sure she's okay, I guess. I mean, she's can take a...
I was going to say, you've seen the size of her. I'm pretty sure she can handle herself, but
Yeah, but safety in numbers and all that kind of thing.
yeah, probably kind of.
I'll get up and follow Clove.
I just want to go to is there a little quiet spot, like a little park area or something? And then I just want to sit down quickly and for an hour just meditate in the
Okay.
open.
Yep. So there's the park that you're in earlier for the tea party. You see that. One of the guards does when you sort of walk over there. One of the guards does, keeping their distance, not sort of overbearing, but just sort of follows you. And once you're in the park, they stand by the gate there and just sort of keep an eye on you both.
I'll wait
You
with
can
the
join
jar.
me if you like. I'll say that's that. But
I'm alright, thank you. Just here if you want me.
okay.
No.
Before when I sit down into my meditation pose, can I do a scan around the area quickly?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I am getting nervous. And it's showing.
You don't see anyone or anything you recognise, nothing that sets off any kind of alarm bells.
Can I do the same, or is that not worthy? Because she's already done it. Just to make sure she's like safe.
I'll allow you another one.
Okay. Nope.
Yep,
Oh,
no. Again.
Like, what's she looking at? What's she looking at?
Looking around, nothing suspicious, no one out of place, nothing triggering alarm bells. Fairly quiet night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to close my eyes and quietly ask Helen. Are they getting any closer? Do I need to leave soon? Am I safe here with this group?
Okay.
Try and reach them.
Again, make me a persuasion check to see if you get an answer. Okay. So again, nothing direct. Nothing like a big yes or a big no. You don't get any answer when you're asking, are they getting closer? Do I need to leave? But when you get are you safe? Am I safe with this group? You feel like you've been wrapped in a hug from like an older brother or a protective, or your dad, and just someone very protective giving you a hug and making you feel safe.
I'll lightly touch my shoulder, like I'm expecting a hand there, and I will. Oh, no one's there. Right, I'm ready. Let's go back in.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a quick final look at the tree lines or the edges of the park to make sure I don't see and go back in.
Yeah, no, again, nothing that sort of triggers any alarm bells for you.
Okay.
It's a nice night.
It is. Is it cloudy or anything?
No, it's a clear night sky. You can see the 2 moons in the sky, and loads of stars. Like it's completely blanketed in stars.
You know, I love looking at stars. I used to look at stars all the time. It made me feel so unlonely. It's nice to have friends. I'm glad I stayed.
You gotta leave?
And I'll walk in.
Okay.
I like.
Just process that statement and follow her.
By this point, Val is also done in the bath.
I am going to bust out my tin whistle and start doing a jaunty little number.
Oh. So you're dancing?
No, sat down. Sat in the corner, just jigging
Make
side to side a little bit.
me a performance check.
Oh, this is
So
not
ask
great.
how good is he at this tin whistle?
Not amazing. Now, I have been drinking quite a bit. Is that give me advantage or disadvantage?
It will give you. Do you know what? It will give you advantage because you're feeling more confident.
Hey.
Hey, look at that. Drinking, it's good for you.
Only in certain things. Yeah, so it's not bad. It's not the best music you've all ever heard, but it's for someone that's making noise on a tin whistle. It's actually fairly decent.
It's been a while since I've indulged.
That's nice.
Well, you know, felt like
minor illusion, like music notes around him.
Oh, what are those?
Ah, nice symbols.
Whenever I hear music, I think of these. So.
Very pretty.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, you know, I figured it's been a good day, all things considered. I felt a little bit. Oh, what's that word? Begins with an E.
Happy. Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
Begins with an E. Happy. I'm pretty sure happy doesn't begin with an E.
I'll take your word for it.
All right. I'm going to go rest because this acid still stings a bit.
Yeah, I might. I mean, I'm still. Yeah, I might rest as well.
Go upstairs to bed.
Going to lean over to Flynn and Val as Jerry leaves. Go. Do you think we should tell him he's got a bit of a bald spot coming on from that acid?
He's got his hat as a knee to cover it up.
Ah, yeah, good thinking.
As Jerry does leave to go upstairs, he's gonna go to the barkeep and just say, the fella that was here last night, big, green, very handsome, Bark, I think his name was. Is he still around? haven't seen him.
The barkeep will go, afraid not. He checked out this morning. Something about going to be a chef in a private household for a while.
All right, cool.
I can probably get a
That's all.
message to him if you want one.
Nah, it's cool. I don't want to seem too keen. I'm just gonna go to bed. Thanks, sir.
No problem.
Jerry heads up to bed.
Mhm.
Night, everybody.
Good night, Clove. Night, Jerry.
See you in the morning.
Night, the rest of you.
Hi, guys.
Good night.
Okay, so anyone want to do anything during your long rest other than long rest?
Before I go to bed, did I notice at any point when we were going to or from this Raven's Wing, did I notice if there's any kind of like fountain or like ornamental pond or anything, either in like a square nearby or in a park?
Nothing near the pub that you're in, but there is a fountain in the main place outside of the Halls of Reason.
Okay, so can I try and stealth out the pub as well so I don't get the attention of any of the guards who are stood outside? I'm
Make-
feeling drunkenly playful.
Make me a stealth check.
Stealth. 12.
Oh yeah.
Okay. As far as you're aware, you're stealthy.
So yeah, I'm just gonna sneak off this fountain and like kind of checking around, seeing like no one's looking. I'm just gonna jump in and like paddle around for a bit, splash some water about, and have a bit of a laugh,
Oh yeah.
and try and get like the worst of all the muck off me.
Okay.
Right there.
So yeah, you go and you play about in the fountain. Trouble is sort of sat on the edge. Occasionally she'll sort of dip her paw in and then rip it out as fast as she can, and just looking at you with distaste. But yeah, as far as you can also see, no one has followed you, so you did manage to stealth away from the guards. But yeah, you have a fun sort of half an hour to an hour. You come out all clean and slightly wet.
Yep. Oh look, Trouble, you wrinkle your nose at me when I smell. You turn your nose up when I splash about in some water. I can't win with you. Come on, let's go get some rest. Walk dripping back to the tavern.
Okay. Are you stealthing back into the tavern?
No.
Okay. So you notice the guard at the door going, sort of pointing, and are really confused, and his mouth opens and closes for a second as you walk past him into the building, and he just sort of shakes his head and goes back to guarding the door.
Yep. Cool. And yeah, I'll head to bed. By which I mean Trouble will have the bed and I will lie on the floor again, snoring loudly.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything else before we call it a long rest?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm good.
Okay, so that is a long rest for you all. You all get a comfortable night's sleep. Nothing disturbs you. You all wake up fresh and healed and back to normal. And that is where we will call it for the night.
Whew.
Spelltop's back.
So we will say, and I will take on board the feedback from last week, we will say good night to the stream and give the stream enough time to say good night back.
Good night, stream.
Night stream.
Good night, stream.
I'm waiting to see if anyone actually says good night back. I think there's a bit of a delay on it, so it might take a second or two. But
Yeah,
I think that's long enough, so I'm going to turn it off now.